Whatever happened to... Oh, there I am. Am I on? Okay, let's see who shows up. Testing. Testing. Anybody here yet? No, looks like it's zero. Let me make sure this is... How do I test this mic? Hang on a second. Settings, audio, testing, testing. Okay, the mic is working. You guys know, every time I go on here, it's like I'm learning to use the mic again for the first time. Okay, I just got off. I was on a live stream watching someone. It's a live stream and it just ended. How do I get out of here now? 1 second. Okay. Hello. Oh, hi, Katiana. Hi, Desmond. I was just on Queen Shakur's live stream. I saw you on there. That's why I didn't start this live, because I said, oh, Desmond's over there. Desmond, do you need to go over there? Because I know she's going to be on again at like 3. I realized I learned today that you're a moderator. That's cool. And hi, Katiana. So I thought what I would do was kind of fun, because I've realized that over the years, people that I used to do on my rambles when I was doing the online dating, and I met so many jerks, and I'd come on the ramble and I'd talk about them. So I have some updates on a few of them, not direct updates. I kind of like through the internet, I kind of have gotten my own updates, and through... because telephones, you have those old numbers in your phone for years and years, which actually, well, that's another story. My phone just broke, so I lost all those contacts. But before that happened, yeah, I didn't have them backed up. I'm so silly. It's okay. A lot of them were contacts that I hadn't spoken to in years. I didn't even know. But anyway, a lot of those old guys that I went out with once or twice, I had their numbers in my phone. And so then I would, get pop-ups from friends' suggestions or whatever. But anyway, so I have a few updates. So let me see. Maybe I'll go to my channel. Ow, my arm has been hurting. I don't know why. This arm is like muscle or something. So if you guys remember any of those rambles I used to do, but well, one of them was one of the first. Actually, that wasn't an online date. That was a guy I met through I used to work somewhere, and I went to a party, and I met this guy at a party. It turned out the guy was married with kids. He told me, of course, that's what men will do when they want to cheat. They'll tell you that they're having problems at home and that they're actually getting divorced, but they're just separated. So that's what had happened with this one guy. Let me go to that channel first and just see some of those old ones. I should do a playlist of the jerks I dated. But anyway, so what happened with that guy? Oh, and the way I found out he was actually still with his wife and kid. Thank goodness nothing got too deep with that guy. I went out with him like a couple of times. We never got intimate or anything. So fortunately, it wasn't a painful thing. But I was a little wary. So I went to his. I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I'll look in a minute. Anyway, the way I found out that he was lying was that I went to his website and he had everything. I went to his Facebook because I Google, of course, when you know the person's name, of course you Google them. That's the first thing you do. I don't think it's an invasion of privacy. If they have public things, then you find out, and even if it's not their choice to be public, that's how it is these days. I think it's kind of silly, especially for a woman, not to Google the name of someone she's just met and doesn't know. And you can find out, things about them that are good to know. Doesn't mean you dump them or whatever. But anyway, so what happened was, so the one guy, I'll talk about this particular guy. Let me see if I find that video. I'll put the link in there so you can listen to it later if you want. I should do a playlist of the guys I dated. Let me see. Anyway, let me see if I find that one while more people are coming on. I've got so many videos here, just rambles. But that was way back. That was like 2015. So what would it be? Years and years ago. Let's see. It was way back. It's not even there yet. I didn't have my car yet. That was because I have one where I got my car. Gosh, okay, 8 years ago I started this channel. So I'm going to take these commercials off too somehow because I'm not getting monetized. If I have a way to take off the commercials, I got to look that up. Let me see. So I did that. Look at all this stuff I did. Revenge. Oh, where is it? No. Okay, that was later. Iced coffee with a jerk from Bumble. That wasn't it. It was before that. Well, you know what? I don't think. You know what? I think it was on my other channel. It was on the Susuro Whisper channel where I talked about that guy. Because I started rambling over there on the ASMR channel. I finally just started a new channel for rambles because I wasn't doing ASMR and it was supposed to be an ASMR channel. But I think it was there because I'd like you guys to have the links to have some reference. Whatever. Anyway, that guy. All right, here it is. I found it. Another Dating Disaster, it's called. So this is the one. I won't, you can listen to it later or so this one. How do I stop it? Okay, there we go. The link to this one. Share, copy link. Okay, so this was another Dating Disaster, it's called. It's actually on the Susuro Whisper channel. So here we go. Hello, Claire, Kelly, hi, JD Truths. I'm going over my old dates so regarding the one in this video called Another Dating Disaster. Okay, so that's the one if you guys want to listen to later or whatever. So I had met a gentleman who, anyway, long story short, we went out a few times. Turned out he was still very much with his wife and whatever. He probably wasn't happy at that point. So, a lot of times guys say they're separated when they just want to cheat. So anyway, a few years later, like recently, just, it kind of, because I remember especially since I did videos on them, sometimes I remember. So I Googled, and back then when I Googled and found his Facebook, it was a lot of stuff was public. Oh no, I had already Googled him once a few years ago. I follow up, I don't know if that's considered stalking. Maybe it's online checking up on, so maybe it's a little bit stalking. I'm sorry if it sounds weird, but that's all I do. I just look up out of curiosity, and then that's all I do. But anyway, so the first thing I noticed a few years after, he and I no longer were seeing each other. First off, all the stuff that he used to have public was now private. Because, he probably didn't realize back then that his stuff was public or something. So I Googled it. And when I Googled it, I found he was still married and everything. And I never told him that I'd found that. Because even though I wasn't going to do anything, I said, I'm going to leave it because he's a jerk. Some other girl is going to want revenge against him because he did that to me. He's going to do it to some other woman. So I just left it. I didn't tell him. And that's happened to me other times too with other situations. But so I noticed his stuff was now private. His friend list was everything was private. You couldn't see anything. Whereas before, you occasionally would see him and his wife, or maybe a picture of his daughter or stuff like that. So whatever. I said, I thought to myself, probably some woman, found out the same way I did and actually took action and told his wife or told him or something. So, but now recently, like a few months ago, I Googled again, I wonder what's up with that guy. And first of all, the first thing I noticed was, well, because here's the other thing, just so you realize how, like, again, I don't want to say I'm a stalker because what I do is find out the information and it's like, oh, that's interesting. And that's it. And but because he had his stuff public, I was able to figure out who his wife was because he had a picture with his wife. And then I saw his friends list and I saw the lady in the picture looked like the lady in his friends list. And then I clicked on her and then she had her stuff, so I was able to find out who his whole family was by, and that's it. I did nothing with the information. I just knew about it. And he, he ended up dumping me because I knew all that stuff, but I didn't tell him. And I started being like more, okay, well, when are we going to, this, like being a little more demanding, because he never would invite me on the weekends. Number one, ladies, I've said this before in other videos. Unless the guy is like a security guard who works nights and sometimes might have to work on a weekend, and that sometimes does happen. But this was a 9-to-5 guy, and he only could ever go out during the week. For some reason, weekends he was always busy. We only dated like a month or two, but that's strange. So I started saying to him, well, I'd like to go out on a Saturday because after work during the week, I'm very tired, and I already knew at this point. So I became very insistent that we go out on a weekend. and maybe, and no, whatever. He ended up finding an excuse to have a fight with me and never called me again, which was fine with me because I was like, I already knew the situation. But so my theory, okay, I have no proof because it's all stuff that I kind of, my theory is that he did the same thing to someone else, and that other lady was not as kind as I was, which is kind of what I was banking on. I said, I'm not going to do anything about it, but men don't do these things. People don't do things once. I'm not going to make men out to be the bad guys because women do it too. People have patterns that they repeat. So I said, somebody else is going to, somebody else will get the revenge for me. So I believe that must be what happens. He did the same thing to someone else. The other person probably did do something about it. Anyway, so I noticed his picture was alone. I said, oh, he's alone. And then I went over to the one that I knew was his wife, in quotes, who her picture was alone also. This is years and years later. And then, of course, Florida, like I said, the records are very open. I Googled the civil court system and found his name, and there was the divorce stuff in there. Like you could see the dissolution of marriage papers and stuff, not the deep profound stuff, but you see this, like what's been what do you call it? I worked in law firms, I should know what's been filed in the courts. So there was a dissolution of marriage filed, and and just their pictures were not together anymore. And then I looked at the kids who are now grown up, and actually one of the daughters has been married since, and and I just could see they all have, they're private, but some of them have even if you have your Facebook private, sometimes a post will be public, like something that's not important. So like the profile pictures are always public. So the daughter had a profile picture there with her new husband. I was happy for her. I mean, I never met her, of course, but so that's the update for that situation to that guy. He ended up getting divorced. I'm not sure quite when, but it's been a few years since he's been divorced. And it's even worse, guys. I don't know if I said this in the video where I was talking about, but that guy, turns out that he was best friends with a kid that I grew up with. Not a dear friend of mine, but a childhood neighborhood kid. So like, it's a small world. They say 8 degrees of separate. This is 1 degree of separation. It was a kid I grew up with turns out being his best friend as an adult. And they live in the same area. And we have friends in common with that friend. I'm not directly friends with his. I could have really oh my gosh, I could have made such a mess, but I didn't. Anyway, so that's that story number. Now, here's another one. That's, any questions? I didn't read the comments yet. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. Waving person, turquoise waving person. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. So that's that update. Okay. Another update that I have, this is the yacht jerk, a guy who owned a yacht who was trying to impress me, claims it was, I never saw the yacht, but I know it was true. I knew he owned a boat or something. I never got to see the boat, but so let's see that one. Let's find that video of that one. I think that was on the Ramble channel. Let's see here. Ramble Scramble. Updates on past on. That's what I'm doing now. Let me go to my videos on this channel. It was a guy who owned a yacht that I also did not meet. I say online dates, but a few of the guys because at one time I was trying to go out more and meet people in person, not online, and I would do meetups. I also didn't meet anyone, but so many years ago, I don't do any of that anymore. But videos. Where is it? Come on now. I'm at home. Okay, I gotta go on my channel. Your channel videos. Jerk Yacht Guy, I think he was called, because I've dated a few of them were jerks, but let me see. That was also a while back. And Jackass Yacht Guy. Here he is. No, I said he was from Bumble, but he wasn't Bumble. This guy I met at a meetup. But anyway, same thing. I mean, someone I didn't know. So this is the Jackass Yacht Guy. Can you snap some gum? Oh, I may as well. I could do a story time while snapping. Let me get my purse. I think I got some gum. So Desmond, do you need to go back and moderate for Queen at her? Oh, you guys can't see me. Um, but you could always re-listen to the rerun of this. At 6 o'clock, I have to go to a conference call. Oh, guys, I'm gonna snap gum. I'm sorry. If anyone's completely against it, I'll do it lightly. I also can't do it very well anymore. But I should, a lot of you are from the ASMR channel, even though this channel is not supposed to be ASMR, but okay, so I didn't give you the link. What happened? Are we on? Uh-oh. I think I dumped Twitch. Okay. Is this the yacht guy? I didn't get the link. I gotta chew it up for a bit first. I think I dumped Twitch by accident. I think somehow Twitch got disconnected. Oh no, it's back. Okay. It looked like Twitch was disconnected. All right. There we go. So that one is called, the one I just posted now, Jackass Yacht Guy. I'm sorry for saying that kind of bad word, but so that guy, he was in my phone, had his number in my phone. Like I said, even though I only met him I met him the night I met him at a meetup. Then we went on one lunch date and we had a huge fight at lunch. That was that link. And I never delete numbers from my phone. I don't know why. If I hate the guy, he's a jerk, why shouldn't I just delete the number? But I don't. So, over the years, it would pop up, and he I'll say his name because it was not a real name. His name was Captain Frank in my phone. I had him in as Captain Frank because that's what he said his name was. So, hey, Captain Frank is on Snapchat, or, would you like to connect? And I would always just ignore those messages. And I would always, so it's like I could never forget the jerks also because they were in my phone and they kept popping up, as a friend suggestion on the different apps. So I would just kind of remember the jerk and I don't know. I would feel nothing at that point, but anyway. Well, here's what happened. So he kept popping up, and in my phone, now why would he have been in my WhatsApp? But for some reason, because on WhatsApp, you have the picture of the person too. So I would see him on WhatsApp sometimes. I'm not sure why he would have been in my WhatsApp. Let me see. And now my WhatsApp is empty because my phone broke. Oh my gosh, you guys, my phone broke. I had to get a new phone. I think it would, I don't know if WhatsApp does suggest it. For some reason, it'd say Captain Frank, and I'd see his picture of the guy that I went on the lunch date with, whatever, ignored it. But lately, that same number apparently belongs to someone else now. And that man was kind of old. So I'm going to guess, I don't know his last name. I don't remember. I don't think I ever knew it. But maybe the guy died. He was kind of old. So maybe he passed away. I'm not like saying it with happiness or anything, but I'm just, how time passed, jerk I dated years ago. But now that, he's gone, I'm thinking to myself, that must be what happened. I mean, I don't feel sad, but it's sort of like, that's weird how life is there. You get mad about silly things and then the person's gone, and, I don't know. It's not really an update because I don't know for a fact that he's passed on, but I'm imagining because he was pretty old. He was like in his 70s when we went on that date, whenever that video was made. So, I don't know. Well, what is your request? Gum snapping? I'm trying to snap. Wait a minute. I can't even. I'll just do the request. Nah, I mean, I did put that under one of the videos on one of the more recent videos, if you feel like looking for it. I think underneath one of them, I did put, if you would like to donate through Zelle, and I gave the information, but I don't know why I don't feel right about it. But you like the gum snapping and soft speaking? I could try to do it. Or if you have a particular request, I guess you could request it, and if it's not too, I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to do ASMR anymore, because everybody says, oh, you're so good at it, you should do it. But But yeah, I mean, I would consider, and what I would say is donate what you feel you can donate. And if, and that's it. I don't have a set number, because if someone gives you, you have to do it. I mean, you have to do it, and you have to do it well. It has to be quality. That's why I'm always resisting taking money, because if I feel like, oh, I might not do it, really good. Why is it so warm in here? The house is at 77. Oof. So that's that update. Why won't I, WhatsApp uses your phone's contacts. I guess that's what happened. So if he's in your phone contact, he's automatically in your WhatsApp. I think something like that happened. So yeah, I saw the picture in WhatsApp, and it was a different person now, a different race and everything. So I guess the person, the jerk, the jackass yacht guy must be passed on. So get to know me video. Oh, I just snapped. There we go. It's coming. Get to know me video or a Q&A. Oh no, I could do that one for free, but like a real a Q&A, like not just a ramble. Yeah, a get to know me would be just me talking about myself, right? Or would it be you ask a question and I just answer? I could do that. I could do that, but you don't have to pay me for that one. But I could do that on this channel. But that wouldn't be ASMR, right? I don't know why I can't snap. I'm sorry, Desmond. Anyway, that's what happened to that guy. But I had a couple other updates. Ow, ow, ow. I don't know what I did to my arm. And I'm so hot right now. Why? Woo. All right. There was another one. Well, there were a couple. If you guys remember some of them, remind me. No, I had a couple. That's why I remember. That's why I said, oh, it'd be cool to do one. Let me go back on my list of videos. There we go. I'm having trouble snapping. Let's see, your channel. Videos. Let's see, those were years ago. Well, I'll tell you about the guy that dumped me for the 30-year-old, or 30. She was actually 35. She wasn't 30, but even so. She got pregnant, and it turns out the baby is not his. That was a guy more recently, within the past few years, before my last boyfriend. But he still loves her. Apparently, he's still helping her out financially and whatever. Some girls get all the but that one doesn't make me happy. The one that made me happy was I found out that the first guy that I posted got divorced, because I was like, good for that wife. She made the best decision of her life now that, Okay. Well, I have that revenge. This one is not about a person I dated, but it's about revenge I got on this woman that I had a little fight with on the internet in a chat room once. So this one's kind of, I'm being a little bit catty today. That's this one. This is one where I got revenge on the Royal Caribbean. Oh, that guy. Well, I have a mini update, but it was way back in the day. I'll tell you about that one. Yeah, I met it was nice at the time, on a Royal Caribbean cruise. And, we dated a little while, and it was kind of painful how it ended, because, partly my fault, because I'm kind of hard to keep my mouth. If people say me, just stop, I don't want to talk about it anymore, and I'll keep on talking about it, and I'll keep on. So I drove him nuts. But anyway, I did Google him like a few months later, and there was a picture of him with some other woman on his, I don't remember his last name. Like today, I wouldn't, I don't remember his name. Isn't that sad? I could probably still Google him and find him today. Oh, yeah, there is another one too. Okay. But that was a few months after we broke up. I saw him on there with another woman, and so, but he was a good-looking guy and nice. So I'm sure you know, and he fell quickly. So he probably was the kind of guy that falls in love quickly and thinks it's going to be a relationship, and then or something. I don't know. But if I could remember that guy's name somehow, I could try to find him again. But I don't know. Without his name, I don't know how I would find him. Oh, here's the. Did I just post about the revenge? Okay, this is a girl I got revenge on, but indirectly again. Same thing as with the guy that cheated on his wife. Oh, I did just post it. It's the same one. Yeah, same one. This is a girl I had a fight with on, but the whole story is right there. And I found her information eventually. Like I was like, oh, I wanted to humiliate her. That was I wanted to get revenge because she had humiliated me so badly in the argument, and I ended up getting kicked out of the chat room. I mean, usually I don't fight in that way, like on a chat. I'll argue in threads, like in forums, but I won't argue in live chats. But this woman was just being impossible. So anyway, so I ended up getting indirect revenge the same way as the first guy. I found her information. I found stuff about her that was a little bit, embarrassing. And then I just didn't do anything. I just said whatever, and I just left it. But then she apparently got into a fight with someone else. And that, again, that's why I always say, okay, I'm just going to leave it. My revenge is finding the information and leaving it, not letting her know. Like if I were nice, I would say, well, look, I found this information about you. You better try to clean that up. Or, but I'm kind of mean in the sense that, okay, well, it's there. The next time she hurts someone else, that's what they're going to find. Because if I found it, someone else will. And that's exactly what happened. And then, oh my gosh, I mean, I kind of even felt sorry for her after that because I was like, but it's, she made her own bed in it. I didn't do anything other than I didn't give the information to anyone. That's what was going to be my plan when I found it. Like at first I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then I started feeling a little sorry for her. I said, that would be kind of mean. So I didn't do it. But anyway, that's that video. Uh-huh. And then, oh yeah, there's this guy that I dated that I met on, there's a dating site called Our Time. It's for older people, supposedly. So I said, okay, I was having bad luck on the other ones. So I said, oh, maybe I need to go to a site that's more mature, and then I'll find a nice, mature gentleman that's ready. Same thing, old men, young men, they're all, after pretty much the same thing. Now, I'm not going to down on men because men are wonderful, but, men are men. And we just have to accept. So, anyway, that again ended same thing. I wanted a relationship, he didn't, etc. So he ended up kind of not calling me anymore. But recently, now I don't know, it could be coincidence because I didn't even have his number on that guy. I didn't have his number in my phone, so there's no way that it would be popping up as a friend suggestion. But how on Facebook, if somebody goes on Facebook and looks you up, that's another way you'll get their friend suggestion because they've looked at you first. So then I guess Facebook sees that they looked at you. So then they suggest that person to you as a friend. So that guy popped up. And at first I saw him, I was like, who's that? Like I recognized it was so many years ago. He was the one with the PhD. I wonder if I have that one in there. I might have talked about that one too. Let's see. I have to go back to the ones that were really old. But he had or at least, again, they tell you have he told me he had a PhD. That's what he put in the dating app. So I believed him, but maybe he doesn't, but he did seem intelligent. Oh, there's my father. He's deaf, so he won't hear me talking about all this stuff, hopefully. Let's see. I thought I put it there, PhD guy. Because I'll give them these names, not give their real name. Let's see, that was in probably like 2014-ish. I don't know if I ever talked about that one. If I did, I might have mentioned him in one of them. But anyway, so that person, it was, I wonder if it was after the Royal, because the very first video on this channel is the Royal Caribbean Cruise and where I met that first guy. So was the PhD guy before or after? I think he was after. So it would have been in here somewhere. But how some dates went. And I almost did Jerry Springer. Oh, that one. I don't know that guy's name. I could. Yeah, I didn't. But it was a guy that I don't think I did a video on that one. There wasn't much to tell. Went out a few times. And then, well, those are the only updates I have. I wonder if I could. Gosh, it's sad that I don't even remember that Royal Caribbean Cruise guy's name. Not even his first name, I don't remember. I wonder if there's a way I could. I had a picture of us together on the cruise that I kept for a few years. I ended up shredding it. It got to a point where it was like silly to be keeping it. We looked so cute, you know. It was fun. But anyway, those are the only updates I have. I wouldn't. Well, the guy, the Jerry Springer. Here's one. I call him this Jerry Springer because 1 minute. Hang on. I was still. This guy I met. I never saw him again, but he did call me. After that, I kind of didn't want to see him again, and no, I think I did. I was kind of open to it, but then I never did see him again. But he did call a few times. But what bothered me was that he would always call last minute. Like every time he called, it was, "Oh, I happen to be in the area. Can you meet me right now?" It was never, "Hey, would you like to go out next Saturday?" You know, it was always just like, "Hey, you ready? Come meet me." You know, and it was always he had something else to do. He happened. So I didn't like being like an afterthought. Oh, hey, I happened. You know, so that was this guy. So he did call a few times after this day. Let me put that in there. That's the other one. Do you like to debate? I don't. On the forums, I'm in writing. I don't think I'm very good openly. I could try it, but I don't like I don't like to debate, but I don't like to be put down for my beliefs. So sometimes I will rise up and fight back now where I might not have used to. So, but I'd like to get to a point where I can just do it calmly. You know, I think in person I would get too agitated, you know, not saying that, well, yeah, so it might depend on what. I don't think I could have a calm debate on abortion, for example, because I feel so strongly about it that it wouldn't be I wouldn't like it because I would get too anxious. I might be able to debate on something that I'm less passionate about though. Yeah, I would consider it, but because we had to do that in school when I in high school we had to debate all of those issues: abortion, the legalization of marijuana, you know, and like they would pick the people in the class and give them a topic and said, okay, you're going to be the pro and you're going to be the con, and we whether you read or not about it in real life, you had to be able to argue the points of the side you had to be on. So, and of course abortion was one, so we were in Catholic school, but we had to argue, we had to debate abortion, the pro life and pro choice side. And you know, doesn't matter that it was Catholic school. That's what I talk about my Catholic school. Like, they were very open about, you know, reality, I think, in their case. But that was my high school. And then I went to a very feminist college. It's like, so I've seen both sides of the very feminist side that's very pro-choice, and the Catholics, which are very anti-choice. Yeah, you could say anti-choice or pro-life. Uh, because yeah, the Catholics will even, oh, see, I'm getting into it again. I don't want to get into that topic again. But the Catholics even believe that if you are, you know, forced to get pregnant, or, you know, very serious extremes, even then they say you shouldn't abort, which I don't agree with. I think if, there are cases where you do need to. So, but um, let me see if I missed any. The Cruz. I wish I could find that guy's name. He really was a nice guy. A Q&A. Yeah, I'll do a Q&A. So would that be a live? I'll get to know me Q&A. Would that be a live video where I just come on? I could do it in a minute because I'm pretty much done with my updates if there are no other questions. Yeah, I could come on and just you guys ask me questions. Is that all it would entail, Tatiana? Is that I get to know me? Because then I would end this one and start a new one. I think that's what I'll do. Okay? I'm not getting any answers here anyway. So, I'll do a little gum snapping while I'm here. Okay, so that updates is over. For anyone who came here for the updates, that part's over. I'll do a little gum snapping. And then I guess I could do the get to know me because it's 2 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, I have to go on a conference call. I got an iPhone 13, which is not the latest model because I only had to pay $13 that I thought. The iPhone 15s, the latest model, was much more expensive. This one is like really cheap now. And look at this beautiful case. It looks like a pocketbook, but it's like a wallet. And then I put, let me show you this case. I need to get acrylic nails. I'll edit this part. I'm going to do ASMR now, you guys. Okay, the updates are over. I'm going to do ASMR a little bit because I got nails right now. I had gel nails done, so they're very long because they don't break. Hello, everybody. I got a new phone. And is that fine? Yeah, okay. It's an iPhone 13. And they're charging me $13 a month for the iPhone 13 for 2 years. That comes to 13 times 10 would be 130. And another 10 would be, wait a minute, that's a lot of money. 130 plus 130, that's already 260. And then we add 4 more months. 13 and 13 is 26. Wait a minute, I lost my place. Hang on. 230 plus like another 60. It's a little less. 230, 60. That's almost $300. But over 2 years, so I'm not really feeling it. And I signed up for the T-Mobile. I'm on T-Mobile, so. Wait, this clock is wrong. Is the clock wrong or is my phone wrong? My computer says 1:54 and my phone says 2:54. Let me go check the kitchen clock. It's 2:54. Why does my computer say 1:54? Let me check this clock in my computer. All right, I'll have to fix the computer clock. Yeah, it's 2:54. Good thing I checked. I was going to go to the conference call an hour late. It's a conference call where I do volunteer work. Thank you. Anyway, so I got the iPhone 13 and it's very nice. But what I really love is this case. And there's a wallet in it, which I don't have anything in right now. But with this, you do not need to. This is a practice run. I'm going to get acrylic nails done. Be a good girl. And then I'll do a real ASMR video showing my. There's a problem here. It has a sticker that peels off, but the thing underneath is all sticky from whatever's stuck on it. See, it can peel it off, but underneath there's this sticky stuff. So I'm just going to leave this tape on until I have something to wipe off the sticky stuff, like acetone, maybe nail polish remover. And then I hope, and this is not metal, I believe it's like shiny plastic. So I don't know if I pass the acetone over it, if it's going to make the plastic get ruined. Oh. I like the sound of the magnet. And it comes with a strap. So with this, I wouldn't even have to have a purse, really, because I could put my money and credit cards in here. The only thing is I'm getting used to how this works. It works differently than the Android. Okay. Well, thanks, everybody. What I'll do now, am I supposed to do the question and answer session as ASMR? Because, I might get all excited. Actually, talking about myself, I'll probably just get all excited and I won't be able to be ASMR. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining the update of my Tinder dating days. And I'll see you all in a few minutes. I'm going to come on and just ramble. And if someone would like to come on and talk to me in person, feel free. I'll put the link in the new one. Because I got to make sure the sound works. Because Sunday I'm interviewing Ryan at 11 a.m. United States time, Eastern time. And I remember when I interviewed you, Katiana, I had to keep unplugging and plugging and unplugging the microphone. So I want to make sure I have it right this time so I don't have to do that. And so I can actually start interviewing people without being awkward about it. So, okay, see you in a few minutes. But there I'll just be rambling. Or I'll do a Q&A if anyone wants to ask, get to know me Q&A. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.